Okay, I think we're all ready to go now. We got a little invade, it looks like. To start things off from lane 0, Riptide. They've got 5-man strong, but it was spotted out in a ward there. The Ashe gonna run away. Bobby spots the invade out the entire way here. Be a double combat bottom lane. Guardian and Fleet Footwork used on the other side to try and deal with that poke. Should be a pretty poke heavy. Short trades in the bot lane. So, gonna be blue side start for the Jarvan, or blue buff start, and red buff start for the Lee Sin here. Infernal Drake gonna be the first dragon, and it looks like Ivy, their bot lane, gonna go into lane, just kind of camp the brush, try and get a little cheese out. Cheese damage in there. Yeah, Lee Sin does not have items, actually. So I guess he forgot to buy them. So Malstixie is he's not gonna get level 2 off the red buff. He'll only get like 3/4 of the way there. And I don't know if he just realized it or just decided to finish the buff and go back, but yeah, that's a really bad start. For lane 0 Riptide, the jungler not gonna be quite ready. Did have that sugar-free leak pause at the beginning of the game for support. I believe there's a bug splat, bug. So now Revenant and Azuki trading a little bit there. The minions, though, actually making it so that Revenant wins this trade. Azuki now in a bit of trouble, as he's going to be forced to walk away from that Malphite. Although all corrupting potions have been used by the Malphite, and Azuki still has 2 of his, so not really that bad in the end. Another hook shot in, gonna find the stun. That second Q will not be used. The empowered Q anyway. Here as Malstixie and Hexmas are gonna find each other in the jungle. Malstixie is down a level here, but Hexmas gonna be forced to run away because of the Jhin coming over. Will dodge out on the route there. Now more poke being put down, definitely making life difficult there. And Ashe Karma has quite a bit of range damage. It's a lot to contend with, especially with Comet. That rune really makes it quite difficult for you. But dead even a gold here. 3 minutes and 45 seconds in. Really not much happened. A little bit of trading here and there. Besides the Lee Sin for getting items, not much in the way of action in the early game here. Both teams, trading farm for farm here. As Suzuki again taking an aggressive trade. A lot of damage from those minions. The trade will end up being relatively even. But the minions definitely helped out. There's Hexmas coming up topside for a gank. Revenant trading aggressively. He's going to get knocked up here. Flashes away. Will survive. And now Malstixie coming in with just the blue buff. Hopping in. Flash in for the slow. Looking for the Sonic Wave. Will not find it. A good flash wave from Hexmas. Azuki will get a few autos back on there. And a leg sweep in. But will not find a kill. He goes in, flash for the stun, but he's actually getting himself very low. The minions again, and now the rotation up from Alive. They'll find the first blood. Well done there. Very nicely done from Alive to have the awareness to come up and really save the top laner there. As well as secure that kill. Well done there. The Vel'Koz not known for his roams early on, but certainly helped out. And now we can look towards that bot side. More long distance sort trades coming through, but neither side really gonna be looking for kills early on. Both these AD carries have relatively bad all-in damage. So we got 600 gold lead now with the kill and a little bit of CS edge being grabbed there in the bot lane. 10 CS right now. The Jin's up. So Fails and Age Wizard, despite having a sub in there in the support position, are actually doing quite well. Bobby and WH Turtle lagging a little bit behind. As a bind going to come through, combined with the root from the Jin. Auto's coming through, but here is Hex Mist. Age Wizard going to get rooted up by WH Turtle. Now the Ignite's down. Age Wizard has to flash. Heal going to be used, but it might be too late. No, the Ignite times out. Hex Mist going to grab the auto, though. Mal 60 coming in. TP from Alive. It's going to be a 4v2. Life Orb's Generation Rate is going to find one. Bobby in the alcove will go down in the end as Hex Mist being chased by Mal 60. He gets over the wall. In the end, everyone going to survive for Lane's Riptide on the back end. After they lost Morgana, everyone survived, and they found 2 kills of their own, so a 2-1 overall. As Hex Mist came in, but couldn't quite find the gank he needed here, as Revnon finding the all-in, maybe going to grab the kill. Indeed, he will in the top side. The Unstoppable Force used, and Azuki, I think he was trying to save the Hextech Ultimatum for the dodge on that, but couldn't quite get the reaction he needed. Now Fails starting up the Infernal Dragon. Here's Hex Mist. He's in the pit, looking for the Smite steal. He will not get it. Mal 60 secures the Smite. And we'll grab the Dragon. Hex Mist. Oh, a lot of damage. Mal 60 will survive. Just barely. The Comet almost executing him. About 100 health really left on that one. But a great Smite there, and despite the no items Lee Sin at the start of the game, he's actually done a great job here in the early game helping out his team, and will secure that Infernal Dragon, which is great when you got a Jin on your team. And now going for the double Doran, so a new item build for the Lee Sin early on. Grabbing those laning items, typically laning items anyway. The double Doran's Blade helping out there with some extra health, and that lifesteal important as well. That raw AD that the Jarvan doesn't have, as he's gone for the jungle item into the Bomby Cinder, which is obviously, you know, very normal, but the Doran's Blades early on can give you that extra edge in some of those 1v1s or small skirmish scenarios. More wave clear in the mid lane. The Valka's down 10 CS, but he certainly made up for that in his roams. He's actually going to be ahead in gold by about 500 here. The gold lead continuing to grow for lanes here. Riptide, after what we talked about, was a very slow early game. Well, slow for our standards, I guess. Nothing happening the first like 4 minutes isn't weird, but in the Sugar Free League, sometimes you get some very active early games. Not so this time around, but the past couple minutes have been starting to ramp up into some action. 5-1 in kills. Lanes here. Riptide clearly in the lead here. 2,000 gold in their favor right now. As we're going to get another gank bottom lane. Arrow going to be blocked by that Black Shield. Fails going to flash away from all the remaining CC. Going to get slowed up, and there comes the Cataclysm. Did a great job dodging much of the abilities there with the Black Shield and the flash, but too much stickiness from that Jarvan, and they will find the kill in the end. Rift Herald, though, started up here by the Lee Sin. Here comes the Camille. Going to find the stun alive. Flashes out, but the Shockwave is there. Down goes the Void Monster. A kick away here, and Revnon going to find the ultimate as well. They might grab Azuki, who's getting very low. Chilling Smite thrown down. Revnon, one more auto will do it. Now Captain Ezekiel, he's got to run away. No support for him. Flashes over the wall. Oh, over the wall goes the Lee Sin. The barrier, though, going to save him. Mal 60 not able to grab the kill on the Captain Ezekiel. 1-for-1 trade there on the top side of the map. It was a 3-for-2, though, so well done by the top and mid positions there for Ivy Gaming. Black, they really stepped up in that scenario. 0-3 now is the Camille, having a bit of a rough time in this early stages of the match, of the game. Very, very tough to come back from this type of scenario. Fails also continuing to grow his lead in the bot lane here. 88-64. The wave will crash, but it still should be a decently sized CS lead for the Jin. So now, on the top side, you've got Revnon here with a significant gold lead here. I don't know exactly what the breaking point is for the Camille if she can ever get back into this matchup. But right now, she's having a tough time winning that 1v1. As the arrow will swing wide in the bot lane. Malstixi here for the counter gank. Age Wizard goes win, and already one dead. The execute from fails. Age Wizard into the stopwatch he goes. Heal gonna get Hexmist and Bobby out. But well played from Malstixi, and Age Wizard absorbed that engage and turned it around here as Revnon walking forward in the top lane. Again, they're doing pretty well there. And here comes the curtain call from the Jhin. 4-shot will do quite a bit of damage. Bobby and Hexmist are low, but not diveable HP. Oh, Malstixi thinks different. The kick. Oh no, just barely missing the W as fails. Flashing for Bobby, not sure where he's going. Age Wizard going to walk into Captain Ezekiel and go down. TP coming through. Shockwave going to find Alive here. Knockup comes through. Alive slowed up now by Azuki. And the Hexakill Maiden will grab the kill. Or secure the kill, rather. Hexakill Maiden doesn't actually do damage when he cast it, but it kept the Vel'Koz there, is what I'm trying to say. And now another attempt, but now Malstixi will get away. The hook shot not quite long enough. TP gonna come through. In the mid lane for Alive, gonna clear out some minions here. He's actually down 2 levels on Captain Ezekiel because of those roams. And now the gold has swung back over in favor of the Orianna. Drag is up. We got a Cloud Drake there, and people are starting to move towards that bot side of the map. TP available for Revnon. Azuki does not have his TP. He's walking from base right now. So potential 5v4 if everyone rotates from lane 0 Riptide. Well, the dragon is get started up, and it looks like no contest is going to come through. There is a... No, that is going to come through. The arrow lands, and the Malstixi will go down. The Lee Sin falls. Fails is here, alongside Age Wizard. Vel'Koz can make the rotation. Revnon TPing in. Hexmist, and now W-Turtle now caught by the rock. Knock up onto Hexmist. Cataclysm goes through. He will survive. Flashing from Revnon. He's looking for it. Flash away from Hexmist. He will survive. Drag will be taken in the meantime, though, by Fails. The Cloud Drake goes over. Mountain will be the next spawn, and that'll be the terrain we're moving on towards. So more choke points. That's going to be helpful for Revnon. And the Orianna, too. Captain Ezekiel finds a Shockwave. Alive will go down. Captain Ezekiel with a solo kill. His 3rd of the game. Not 3rd solo kill, but 3rd kill overall. Fails. Gonna find the root, the binding in the land as well. Adrian flashing in. Already 1 kill goes down. The supports are traded out. Curtain call here. He's taking damage from the minions. Bobby's walking for the auto. He's dodging the... Oh my god, the volley's gonna get it. He dodged all the curtain call. And now he's gonna grab the kill. Whoa, that's an odd bug. I'm not sure what that is. Well, sorry guys, we have a bug in the spectator with the mountain dragon. I'm not sure exactly what the terrain is doing there. I don't think that's supposed to be water. But I don't know how to fix that, so I guess we're just going to have that for the rest of the game. Gold is even again, though. That's concerning to be sure. Oh, wow, the terrain all over the map. Yikes. Alright, well... Preseason bugs, I guess. Oh, a lot of damage coming through from the Orianna. Age Wizard. He's at like a quarter of his health. Yeah, that's going to get annoying real quick. I don't know what to say about that. That's a big bug, huh? So 15 minutes in here. The team's very, very close in overall gold, but the position, there's big disparities in certain ones. Still, though, the teams, I mean, anyone can take the next fight. As arrow going to land from Bobby in the bot lane, fails getting slowed up. WH Turtle may look for this route, the slow from the Q, and yep, definitely the kill's going to come through. Bobby's going to grab it with an auto. Heal and flash used by fails, but not enough to get away. So with that, I think that you'd start to say that this bot lane matchup is starting to swing back into the favor of the Ashe and Karma. The laning phase didn't favor them too much, but the last couple of minutes they've done quite well. Well, the gold is still in favor of the Jhin. He just hasn't seemed to come through in the last couple of fights here. The support gold, though, is 300 different in favor of the Karma. So 26,000 here, though. I mean, teams are even. Revnon coming in for Rome in the mid lane, but spotted out by Captain Ezekiel on that control ward in the Pixel Brush. Some damage going to be exchanged here with Captain Ezekiel going in, finds a shockwave and the kill. The phase rush proc got him in range. Captain Ezekiel now 4 kills. Rift Herald's up right now. We had another minute on the cloud. 11-8 the kills score. 27,600 out of 27. So about a couple hundred gold in the lead right now is Ivy Gaming Black, but it's not a massive lead by any means. Right now, though, the big difference, Captain Ezekiel is way ahead of the Vel'Koz, who spent a lot of the early game roaming, and as a result has fallen a bit behind in lane now in that 1v1 matchup. But he has helped his team. Hopefully that'll come through for them. It's going to be a Triforce Malphite. Revnon is working towards that. Has the gold right now and is backing to get it, along with some other parts, you'd assume. So the Malphite definitely wanting to go into the sideline here against the Camille. An old counter pick of Evil pulling out again now. As Bobby's in a 1v2 here. He's in the alcove. Not sure if he's got the footwork to do it. Arrow going to come down. Bobby flashing onto Fails here. Fails will not be able to find the kill in time. The TP going to come through, and Bobby will grab the kill here. The support will make it so that Bobby grabs a double kill instead of going down himself. Well done. The team comes in and saves their AD carry, who went up a little too far in the lane. And now the Mountain Dragon spawning soon. This might be Ivy Gaming's opportunity to grab that one. Turret will be taken, it looks like, by Azuki, as no one is here to defend. Lee Sin walking up, but there's a lot of people bot side for Ivy Gaming Black, and not many for lane 0 Riptide. As the turret will go down. First turret over Azuki, and this looks like this is the way he gets back into the matchup. Getting that first turret gold and supporting his team. He's actually gotten a bit back here in the 1v1. He's still down about 900 gold, but that first turret showed up a lot of the difference there between the matchup. So he might be able to get back in this game somehow. So the next neutral objective will be that Rift Herald here. Right now, the vision is actually being established bot side for lane 0 Riptide. It looks like they want to move towards the bot side and take out that outer tower, but in doing so, they may have opened up the Rift Herald here. Mouse Dixie going in. Finds the insect there onto Azuki, but he knocks him out of curtain call range. Revnon now going to find the slow, and he will find the kill. Extra made him use, but not enough here. Ultimate thrown down by Revnon. They find the bind. The shockwave, though, is huge. They're going to trade 1-for-1 after that. So both supports down. Now Captain Ezekiel walks in the brush. He's actually doing tons of damage. Revnon flashes in. We'll get the last auto needed here. Life Form Incineration Ray going to trade out as alive. He's got the support of Jhin, but diving in his Hex Mist, he finds the Cataclysm now onto alive. Takes on his Disruption, going to buy a bit of time, but the Cataclysm's still there, locking live in. The Zonia is used here. As the heal going to be dropped down from alive. Oh, the execute's not quite enough for Fails, but he'll get the kill in the end with the grenade, it looks like. Shut down for the Vel'Koz. As, oh no, the execute, the 4-shot from Fails. They somehow managed to kite out the play and get the, I guess, win on the end? I don't know. It was kind of messy. A lot of people died. But if you're slightly behind, trading out like that is actually quite nice. And now lane 0 Riptide is actually in the gold lead, so I guess it is a win in the end for them. But came at a heavy cost. So 20 minutes in now, the Baron has spawned. Triforce completed for the Camille. Malphite working on his second item, with his Triforce already there. Death Cap soon for the Orianna. That's going to be pretty scary when that comes in. She's gone for the Oblivion Orb and straight to Death Cap, so max damage essentially. Blue buff going to be taken by Alive, and lane 0 Riptide up about a couple hundred gold. I'm not sure if the players in-game have a broken map. It may just be a spectator bug. I am not sure if it's just us or if the players are also seeing that, but I think it's a spectator bug. And their map is fine, because there wasn't a pause around it or anything, so I'd assume it's fine for them. It's just the spectator. I'm not sure, though. Perhaps we'll ask them afterwards. Now the insect here going to be on to Bobby. Malstixie grabs the kill. Just kind of walked behind him, put down the ward, and kicked him in. Well done, though. Malstixie showing off some Lee Sin skills. Now Revenant in the side lane, I believe he still wins this 1v1. I don't think Azuki wins in a straight up 1v1, but it's not going to be a straight up 1v1. Malstixie comes in, they find the Unstoppable Force onto him, they grab the kill onto Azuki. Here comes Hexmist. He's gonna retreat back underneath his turret here, and it looks like Ivy Gaming, while they have been better in the skirmishes to some extent, lane 0 have played the map a bit better here with the priority rotations, and now lane 0, at least in the last couple minutes, lane 0 going to grab some damage onto that inner turret in the bot lane. Neither team really concerned about Baron here. Both junglers in the bot side at 23 minutes. As the map, again, is controlled mostly by lane 0 Riptide. Gold lead starting to extend now with the couple kills that came in and those turrets that just fell. 2,400, 2,500 now. The gold lead for Riptide. Mountain Dragon going to be pinged out here by the Karma. We'll see if that plays a role for either teams. Looks like both are going to go look towards it. Both junglers level 11 have Smite available. Dragon going to be pulled out slightly. Now we're looking. Could be a pretty big fight here. Revenant has ultimate available. Dragon getting low. Smite. Whoa, it's stolen! It's stolen here. The Cataclysm down from Hexmist. He's going to die, but he stole the Mountain Dragon. That's big. Revenant going to use the ultimate now onto that Orianna. Locked up. Curtain Call comes down. Down she will go. Revenant with the kill. So the Dragon gets stolen, but 2 kills picked up by lane 0 Riptide. So the gold lead slightly extends, but that Mountain Dragon is huge. Very big pickup for them. Dragons have been buffed this season. Definitely much stronger than they have been in the past couple. So stealing one of those means a lot more now. Kill score, though, has been evened up. 17-17. Baron has started. TP coming in. It looks like that is Revenant joining from the bot side. Poke going in from the Ashe. The volleys raining down. Everyone about half health right now from lane 0 except Revenant. He's not tanking, though. He's looking for an engage. Hexmist is here. He's going on to Revenant here with the help from Bobby. Lane 0 need to turn or finish. They go in. Revenant with a double ultimate here onto Hexmist and Bobby. A lot of damage being put down, but the Black Shield going to save Revenant in the front lines. Life from his integration range, not going to find the damage it needs to kill. Looks like both teams will walk away. Neither side suffering a casualty. So a Baron buff start, but neither team going to come out on top. At the end of this fight, though, Ivy will get priority on mid lane, and we'll grab this mid lane outer. So evening up the turrets in mid lane, very helpful for the map pressure going forward. So Ivy are happy with that play overall. Still, though, that could have gone a lot worse. You know, if you're lane 0 there, you could have gotten aced and lost Baron. That's the bottom of that play. That's how bad that can go. Luckily for them, that didn't happen. And the game continues at a relatively even scoreline. Kills are even. Gold slightly favoring lane 0 by about 3k. Infinity Edge soon coming in for the Ashe, so that'll be a big spike for her. It looks like Fails is looking for his first Zeal item after Infinity Edge and Storm Razor. Both AD carries getting pretty strong here. In the mid lane, both mages pretty strong as well. The death cap completion for Captain Ezekiel is big. In the side lane, though, I'm not exactly sure how that 1v1 goes. Revnon has some grievous wounds already picked up, so the Camille, despite picking up a lifesteal item in that Ravenous Hydra, I don't know if she actually has a sustain to beat him out in the side lane because of that grievous wounds application. That's going to be a tricky matchup. We'll keep our eyes on it. See how that goes down in the side lane here. But neither team has really been content to leave people in the side lane 1v1. There's been a rotation most of the time when we have dropped into these, you know, side lane sort of setups for either side. Ashe still needs about 1,300 gold, 1,200 gold or so to grab that Infinity Edge. So we're waiting on that Ashe to pick that up. Jhin also needs a bit more gold to grab his heal item, although that is a bit closer. Both junglers at decent spots in their item builds here. Both of them are just going to build supportive items from now on, though. Tanky items or supportive items, that's kind of the deal right now. Neither side are going to be building much more damage than this. Lee Sin looking for a play over the wall. Zuki spotted him with that ward, I believe. But here's a big rotation now from lane 0. They're committing a lot of members to the bot side. Fails going back to base here. Baron going to be started up in lane 0, committing 4 to bot side, but their AD carries in base. This is a bit of an interesting move from lane 0 here. They've been spotted out in those wards, and now Baron at half health. This is a risky play, and they're getting punished here. They get the inner turn in the bot lane, but a smart move from Mizuki just to back off. Him not dying here is his only goal. And the Baron will go over. Blue team secures it. Hex missed with the smite. Baron buff over. And that's a big play for Ivy Gaming here. They're down goal, but they secure the Baron. And I don't know exactly what the idea was there from lane 0, but they just get caught out of position that time and lose the Baron for nothing. Except for that inner, but that was going to fall regardless. So I don't think that's much of a consolation prize, to be perfectly honest. Just my personal take on it, but now I think that Ivy Gaming certainly won that macro battle. As we're going to be thrown over the wall here, it looks like both teams playing around this next Mountain Dragon. Again, Dragon's very important now. Mountain Dragon coming down. Revnon has that unstoppable force. Only does about 300 damage. He hasn't built any AP, but the knock-up and the AoE damage is quite significant in a fight here. Mountain Dragon going to reset, goes back into the pit, unfortunately. Arrow going to land here on the Mouse Dixie. Shockwave going to be dodged out by a great move by Mouse Dixie. He's going to get knocked up now by the Camille, and down he goes, shut down there. Fails in the back line. Now being jumped on by Azuki. He'll die as well. Double kill for the Camille. Now the front line, Revnon's going 1v3. Alive dies in the backside. And this looks like a lost fight for lane 0. Revnon flashes in. Won't be able to find the kill on the Captain Ezekiel. And now Age Wizard down. It's an ace. One team fight for Ivy with Baron. This looks like the base will be cracked. I think that they'll respawn in time to maybe save the base, or at least save the game, potentially, or have a shot at it. But Ivy Gaming have just blown this game wide open, and they'll be rewarded with at least double inhib. A massive team fight for them there. Well, they should stay. They can get an inhib here. Okay. I don't know if they just walked the long way around for some reason. But they'll get there eventually. Inhib going to go down in the mid lane here. Camille working on the bot side will grab the inhib turret. Won't grab the inhibitor. Okay. Thought they could have grabbed the inhibitor as well, but they didn't rotate over. Guess it would have been a little risky. Why risk it? Play it safe here. You got a big advantage now. The gold lead only about 2,500. But still, it's a massive momentum play, and you're feeling pretty strong, especially after that last team fight win. The way that played out, Ivy looking like they're going to be favored in any team fights going forward with that kind of engage. So now we kind of mill around here until the next fight takes place. The push might start again here from Ivy. Azuki's being cautious here in the side lane. Ult can be used by Revnon though, and here comes Malstixi. Hextech Ultimatum going to use knock away Malstixi. Looks like Azuki's going to fall though. No flash. And there goes. The Sonic Wave connects. Revnon going to grab the kill. Shut down 600 gold here. Dragon Rage still on cooldown, so playmaking potential for the Lee Sin still available on this rotation to top side. So Ivy Gaming going to grab an inner turret, but they lose their top laner in exchange. Another minute 45 on Baron, 2 minutes on the third mountain. So 2 important neutral objectives coming up soon. Ash with the Zonias in inventory, or a stopwatch rather. Orianna has her Zonias now. Deathcap being built by Alive. But it's in pieces right now. Alive going to engage here on the Orianna Captain. Ezekiel going to use that Zonias here. Teamfight breaking out. TP coming in. Big shockwave finds 2. And in the backline goes that Camille. Alive into his Zonias, but the AD carry's already dead. The Jhin gone. Alive, he's trying to put down the damage, but he's going to go down to Azuki. And another team fight lost. Age Wizard once again, the last one alive. He's getting chased down by Hexmist here. Slowed up now by the autos from the Dead Man's Plate. And Age Wizard, he's trying to do his best to stay alive. The binding will go down. Age Wizard, well, close to getting out. A little bit of a back BM here. But finally, the ace will come through. Down goes that Morgana. And now Ivy Gaming on the Nexus turrets. On to the Nexus. They'll take this game just over 30 minutes in. 33-30. And they will take the game here. 27-19 in kills. Bit of a botched Baron play there. And Ivy Gaming capitalize on the mistake from LZRIP Riptide and win the game. A beautiful display of macro as well as the team fighting prowess they showed that one. Ivy Gaming go up 1-0. All right, we'll take a short break here back for game number 2 in a little bit. So stay tuned for that. We'll be with you guys shortly. But an exciting game number 1, and we'll be here for game number 2 in just a few minutes once these teams ready up, and we'll jump right into it. Okay, we're back for game 2. I believe they did this in pro draft, so they'll just be breezing through this draft real quick. We won't be here for a while. Yeah, so it's going to be Aatrox versus Aurelia in the top lane here. Revnon and Azuki like to go at it. They like to fight last game with the Malphite and Camille and want to do so again. Here's Zach, Jungle for Malstixi up against Heximus as Gragas, and Nivy in the mid lane for Alive versus Captain Ezekiel on the Orianna again. Surprised that they didn't ban it away, honestly. Sub doesn't accept my gift of cookies. I'm sorry it wasn't enough, Sub Life. I apologize. But we've got now the Caitlyn, it looks like. No? Jinx instead. Jinx gonna be grabbed here. I didn't see the pro draft, so I don't know exactly what was picked here. But Jinx is exciting to see. You don't get to see Jinx too often. People aren't as confident on it, it seems. It's kind of one of those picks that once it comes to the meta can be really impactful and just explosive. I mean, you know, she likes blowing stuff up, so it makes sense. But she can sometimes just, she's either in the meta or out of it. She doesn't feel like a champion that's like consistent and steady like some others do. Like Lucian's always kind of hovering around. But Caitlyn Vel'Koz here, going to be the duo in the bot lane for lane 0 here. So going max poke damage here up against the Jinx Morgana, which Morgana will definitely help against the all-ins, getting the Black Shield down to stop the traps and the Tectonic Disruption and all that stuff. So that the Jinx doesn't die, because that's, you know, you don't want her to die in laning phase. Or ever, preferably. If you can save your AD carry, it's good. The sub's pretty toxic, gotta say. Rejects my gift of cookies. Now he's getting pretty rude to Pizza Chan in chat. Oh my goodness. Oh no, Pizza Chan likes it. Okay, never mind. It's okay then. I retract my former statement. Alright, we're gonna take a short break here. I think I'm gonna go get some food and some water because I was supposed to eat dinner at 8 o'clock. And then I was casting a Sugar-Free League match, so yeah, so I'm gonna go get some food. I'll see you guys in a bit. We'll be back for game number 2 in a couple minutes.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. 30 seconds until minions spawn.
So the labels are messed up, unfortunately, for the teams. I'm going to fix them right now, but there's a bug that I got to fix somehow. But it's supposed to read from a... it's supposed to read from a file, but it's not doing that right now, so hopefully I can fix it. But it's not going great right now. Yeah, it's still not working, so we'll have to fix that, but hopefully we'll just type it in right now. So sorry for that. Apologize. But we'll do it manually instead. Okay. Scuffed NA production, that's how we do it, you know? There's no other way. Alright. Well, we didn't miss anything, that's the good news. Just a bit of trading here so far. The Zac clearing out the bot side of the jungle. That's Rebnon and Nazuki continuing to bash each other in the face. Bit of trading the bot lane as well, but lane not going terribly for Ivy. This lane can definitely get out of hand pretty quick. So it looks like the junglers should meet on the top side here. Gragas looking for that top side grab. Maybe looking to invade this blue buff here. He went full top side clear now, invading the blue buff. The Zac in a bit of trouble here. TP available for both solo laners. Zac is in the path. Could go into the passive. Can use the last slingshot to get out though. So Malphite, not Malphite. He's not in the game. Gragas and Aurelia now going to grab that blue buff. Though there is a contest. Good dodge out on the body slam. Mal stick C. He's going to have to flash out of that one. The Orianna moves over, and Rebnon is still not rotated. He has TP. So Zac has now flashed. Blue buff will be given up, and it looks like Zac going to try and make his way to the enemy jungle. Will do so. Starts on that blue buff here as Alive. Down a little bit of CS in the mid lane, but doing okay. The rotations to the buffs kind of screwed that up in the early game. Messed up the laning patterns here. I don't know why Sub gets so mad at trees, man. They're not even sentient beings. Is Rebnon gonna have to flash onto that gank in the top side? Hex missed with the body slam. I guess if you, I mean, Ivern's a sentient tree, I guess, but he's a fictional character, so. Same thing with Groot, and I don't know if there's any other sentient trees that are famous, but those are the two I know. And Baby Groot, I guess. So 5 minutes in, not much happened really. A bit of a contest in the jungle, but right now the Zac is actually up CS in the jungle. So it's just kind of funny after all that. No Predator from the Gragas. It's an Aftershock this time. Phase Rush on the Orianna once again. Unsealed Spellbook for alive. I keep forgetting Unsealed Spellbook is in the game because I thought Kaleidoscope or whatever it's called was the thing that was changed because they're like so similar. But no, it was Klepto that was changed or removed rather, not changed. It was just removed. Revnon gonna get stunned up here, but Azuki's taken a lot of damage already at the start of this trade as they both proc the Conqueror. Now Captain Ezekiel with a Shockwave gonna knock alive into this passive. Here comes the Zac. Gonna find the knock with that swing shot, pull back with a Stretching Strike. The heal's gonna come through and he will save his mid laner, but Captain Ezekiel just walks away. Low on mana, doesn't have any more damage, but does get the passive out of the Anivia. Helpful for a future gank. Heximus now looking for the gank. Body Slam not quite far enough. So a slight lead for this Caitlyn Vel'Koz bot lane, but it's going to get even out somewhat. So an even quieter game than game number 1. 7 minutes in, no deaths. The gold about 100 apart. Neither team really doing much. A slight, change on the jungle pathing with a little bit of an invade by the Gragas, but no one went down. Just a couple summoner spells, passives used, nothing crazy. To be fair to the Gragas, while he is over 2 on body slams, one of the body slams got a flash. So I don't think it's fair to say he's 0 for 2. He definitely missed that one. But the one on top side got a flash from Revnon, so I think that's a win. Turtle looking for a gank potentially in the mid lane, but he's just kind of sitting there, nothing really happening. In the top side, here comes the last slingshot from the Zac. From the alcove, a flash away from Mizuki, Stretching Strike doesn't hit. Pull back from the chains. Well, let's bounce the insect bounce. I didn't know you could do that. That's cool. Flash in the bounce. And Mouse Dixie gets a successful gank. A little bit, I don't know. Missed a lot of abilities, but he hit enough in the end to find the kill, is what I'm saying. Dragon will be traded in the meantime, though, by the Gragas. Thanks to rotation from his bot side here. Captain Ezekiel continuing to win this mid lane matchup. Alive now has used his TP. Revnon with teleport. Mizuki without it, so a slight TP advantage right now for lane 0. Here comes the gank in the mid lane. Stixie finds the initial engage, but a good flash from Captain Ezekiel will save his life. 81 to 65, the CS in the mid lane there. In the bot lane, though, a lead for the Caitlyn. Up 10 CS. So scripted, or crippled wrist rather, not scripted wrist. Crippled wrist and fails. This is when I need to like wear my glasses. I don't know if I have like a problem reading or if my eyes just like literally can't see what the words are on my screen. I don't know which it is. Both are concerning. That's all I know. Binding in the land here, some chip damage put down. Chip. As again, a pretty tame game compared to most Sugar-Free League matches here. 1,400 gold, the advantage right now for lane 0, but Revnon gonna get ganked to the top side. Hexmist is here. Azuki going in. Zach is here as well, though. 2v2. The Let's Bounce going to be channeled here. And now Azuki going to go down to the auto of Revnon. The Gragas going to get pulled back. Flash. The cask was used to knock people away. Hex missed. Used the flash to body slam. Getting away by her now, but no lasting shot. Mal60 comes in. They find the kill. They maybe also rotated up, but not necessary. I do have boomer eyes, man. 100%. There's a whole story with my eyes. I don't think anyone ever wants to hear it, but yeah, there's a long story that has to do with me taking eye tests and messing them up and stuff. So my eyes are pretty bad. Well, my right eye is pretty good. My left eye not so much. So that's what really fails me. Now Mal60 caught in, stealing away some Raptors. Gonna find the smite on the big one. Has the pass available. Revnon with TP. Gonna channel that elastic slingshot. Can he get out? Yes, he will. All the way over to the Riptide. Well done there. I didn't think he was gonna get out for a second, but body slam was on cooldown. Cask is on cooldown. Just takes the elastic slingshot out. Another turret plate going to be grabbed there in the bot lane. They've gotten two successfully. Captain Ezekiel going to find the shockwave here. But just a trade of damage, really. And I think that favors Anivia, because her cooldown is a lot shorter. But Captain Ezekiel actually got a lot more damage done there. Anivia is still very, very... has very little health. Can die very, very easily. Hexmas maybe looking for that gank. Fails walking up. Going to use the net, but he gets bound up there by WH Turtle. Going to be channel flash heal away. Crippled wrist and fails are trying to kite this one out. Hit again, the ignite ticking down. TP going to come through from Revnon. Flash away there from the Jinx. He will survive. Hexmas though in a bit of trouble here. The cast going to use Nox. Crippled wrist back in. He has to flash back out. Revnon now. Just going to clear out the wave and don't think there's a dive chance here. A successful gank there in the bot lane. Revnon uses TP but to no avail. So now Rift Herald going to be on the table, of course. It's still sitting there. But we've also got a Infernal Dragon joining that. So double neutral objective up soon. Seen a lot of trades of objectives in Game 1. Where people will just kind of give up a dragon to get a tower or vice versa. Or Rift Herald or whatever it was. We may see a contest here. A lot of vision has been established by both sides on the bot side. A lot of control wards put down. Mal60 clears out a control ward. Shockwave going to land here. Aggro's the dragon, and now Mal60 goes into the passive. No TP now to save the Bloblets. The dragon also aggroed onto the Zac for now, but he turns back into Captain Ezekiel, who grabs the kill on Mal60. WH Turtle gets knocked up. TP in from Azuki. Aatrox is here, but it's a 5v4 now that the jungler is down. Here comes a bit of damage now. The dragon. Is it going to be spited away? Crippled wrist. Gonna find the kill onto Hex. Missed, and the Infernal Drake will go to the Aurelia. Azuki secures it now, and Azuki in the front line. He'll go down. Left by his team. Now Ivy trying to run away. W Turtle and Bobby will make it out. W Turtle now sans flash. Captain Ezekiel secures the kill onto the jungler and gets out himself. So well done there. As Revnon not giving chase on to Captain Ezekiel. He's caught in the jungle, trying to run away, but the phase rush proc gonna help him do that, and indeed he will get away. So in the end, a dragon picked up for the side of Ivy Gaming, and they also grabbed a kill on the enemy jungler. But they lost their top laner, who's now 0-3 on this Aurelia. Aatrox now doing pretty well. Revnon 2-0-1. Definitely one of the better top laners in the league, and Azuki's experiencing that, having a tough time against him in the first couple games of this series. Ivy, though, did win last game. If I have the labels correct, yeah. Ivy won last game. So, while Azuki has struggled in the 1v1, he has done a great job winning these team fights. Now, Fails putting out a lot of damage there on W Turtle. Here comes the gank for Captain Ezekiel. Double shockwave off the flash lanes. Oh, no! The rocket from Bobby. Nasty combo there. Shockwave into Super Mega Death Rocket. Bobby going to grab some kills. Orianna has to use the flash and will probably lose mid-turret. Actually, Alive will not be able to finish it off. Hexmas comes in and will clear out these minions here. The turret is very, very low in the mid lane. But a big swing in the bot lane there, grabbing 2 kills onto the enemy bot lane. Now Bobby, with the extra attack speed Jinx gets, may be able to take this turret. And now here comes Malstixi in, trying to save this tower, but the Knight taking down Bobby with a consistent damage put down, but in the end he will get away, but I think that the tower will just be taken. As another last shot in from Malstixi, he knocks up WH Turtle, pulls him back with a stretching strike. The kill will land, but he trades his life for it. The Zac for Morgana there. Turret goes down in the bot lane as well as the mid lane there, so 1 for 1 in turrets right now is Revnon. He's doing a lot of damage to Azuki. Conqueror proc, the healing going to come in, and he doesn't even need it. He's full health right now, and Azuki just flashed away. The last auto will connect Revnon with the solo kill. 3-0-1. Now 0-4 is the Aurelia. Azuki having a rough game. Did have a good team fight, secured the dragon, but has not had a great game number 2 so far. Captain Ezekiel has been the rock for his team so far this series here, helping out around the map where he can. Ivy Gaming, though, are trailing after winning game number 1, 29,000 to 25,000 gold, about a 4K gold difference, almost exactly here, but 100 off. So Lane 0 are definitely in the lead. Didn't get that dragon earlier on, but they've gotten most everything they've wanted here. The bad news is the carries are very strong for Ivy Gaming. The supporting cast not so much, but the mid and 80 carry positions have the gold they want, they need. As Riptide started up, Malstixi hitting that one. Ivy Gaming with a 3-man unit here. The bot lane and jungler is coming through. Captain Ezekiel also here as well on the other side of the pit. Azuki's in the bot lane. He has no TP. It's going to be a 4v4 or a 5v4. And because Azuki's in the bot lane, lanes are going to stay on the Rift Herald and just take it. No contest this time around. Azuki went bot lane. They're trading the Rift Herald here for some farm onto Azuki and potential pressure on this inner turret. The Rift Herald could be used aggressively mid lane. Malstixi, we'll see if he channels it here. The last slingshot will be channeled over. Ezekiel going to dodge out the wall. Not quite long enough just yet for Alive to corner him in. Riftchild will be summoned in the mid lane. The main wave has died. Flash away from crippled wrist there. Captain Ezekiel gets corralled in with this wall, but a good black shield will buy a bit of room here. Captain Ezekiel will survive. The turret will not. Riftchild gets the charge. Looking for a second, but will die. The eye gets poked before she can get another one in. As Azuki and Revnon now fighting, and Azuki once again losing this quite handily. Revnon with another solo kill. 4th kill of the game for him. 0-5 Azuki now completed the Triforce, but right now just cannot compete with the Aatrox in the 1v1. As Ivy Gaming will move on the mid lane turret, but here comes Malstixi with engaged. Hits 2 with the stretching drake. Bobby and Ezekiel. A lot of damage down, but there's no follow-up yet, so Malstixi with a good engage, but no damage to come down. The carries will walk away for Ivy Gaming. As I think they're going to start the dragon now. That will be the option here. Malstixi onto it. No contestant to come in from Ivy, which makes quite a bit of sense to me. I wouldn't want to get in there. I think that Ivy Gaming really needs to pick their spots here. Very, very risky for them to commit to a fight they're not confident about or don't find the right angle. So we got the Baron spawn now, 20 minutes in. We got Ocean Drake in about 4, so just the Baron to be concerned about right now. 4,000 gold lead. I give points. It's a communist kind of system we run here. So we just give out points to whoever. It's kind of my methodology. Please don't take that out of context. I'd really appreciate that. It's going to come back to bite me in like 3 years. I'm going to get fired from some job. I'm excited for that. The inner turret siege beginning with fails. Big damage on the Captain Ezekiel. The binding going to be dodged out. Black Shield going to save Turtle from Mouse Dixie who hopped in. Yeah, I have trouble typing too. My fingers are like too big on a keyboard. So I just like can't press the buttons, man. I don't know. That or it's my brain. It could be either. I'm not sure which it is. So continued siege on this top lane outer. The wave going to get cleared out alive, pushing in the mid wave, and Revnon pushing in the bot wave. So both teams kind of vying for control of the jungle here in the top side around the Baron. Kind of set up a line of scrimmage now. Neither side really looking to move past it until that ball is snapped. Too many analogies to American football, I think. But moving on, we're in the famous lull state, as everyone in the Korean broadcasting staff likes to call it. It's just like nothing happening. People are farming until we get to the Baron, basically. Now 60 starting it up now, though. There is a ward on this. The control ward's actually not far enough back in the pit for them to see that there's a ward here. And they didn't see it with a Squire's Bloom either, so this is kind of an awkward situation. And smartly, Lane 0 will back off. That could have been really bad if they stayed on that. I think they need to just learn how to place control wards. That's maybe a practice tomorrow. It's how to place control ward in Baron Pit. We do have that Rod of Ages stacking up 6 stacks now for the Anivia. And Tyr as well on the Vel'Koz. So a lot of stacking items right now for the side of Lane 0. But both AD carriers, I mean, they're starting to hit the 2 item spikes. The Caitlyn needs a bit more gold to hit that second item. But the AD carriers are both very, very strong for both sides. So a team fight should be relatively even. Obviously, the Aatrox could be a big differentiating factor, considering he's much stronger than Irelia right now and is going to put out a lot of damage and have quite a bit of sustain because no one has Grievous Wounds right now to actually stop his healing. Captain Ezekiel is once again going straight to the death cap after the Oblivion Orb, not stopping on Morello for the Grievous Wounds, and Bobby hasn't picked up any Grievous Wounds yet. Has the gold to if he wants to when he goes back to base, but currently does not have them. So Ocean Drake spawns here. Thankfully, the bug doesn't exist with the Ocean Dragon, so the terrain isn't all messed up. The Superman Death Rocket actually getting a lot of damage there. Some good poke from Bobby, but healed up by that Fleet Footwork pretty quickly by Fails. One trap already procced here. The Dragon getting very low. Smite will come through, but now Lane 0 have got to get out of here. No, Lane 0 is going to turn around. Revnon going in on the Hex Mist. A lot of damage put down. Flash for the 3rd Q. Revnon grabs the kill. Turtle flashes over the terrain from the Anivia here. Ace in the hole goes down. Revnon going over the wall onto Bobby, who flashes away. Kill for alive onto Turtle. And Lane 0, they don't need to run away. They just need to charge the enemy team. Revnon now with 5 kills. He just turned on the ultimate and just walked at the enemy team. And now they'll go over towards that Baron here. Going to clear out a few wards and look to start this one up. No jungler, no smite to contest. Now he has his smite up. And then no WH Turtle there to support 2 either. So it'll be a 5v3 at best here for Ivy, unless they can run straight out of base. Now the Gragas might be able to get here, but unlikely. 4,000, 3,000 is the Baron. 2,000, 1,000. The Shockwave, not going to be timed perfectly. Mouse 60 with a great smite will secure it. Baron goes over to lane 0. Riptide, who, again, came into the league with a god-awful record because they were handed it from a prior team. But I believe if they win out, they still have a chance to make playoffs. I don't know if they entirely determine their own destiny. I believe they need some teams to lose here, but I think it's still theoretically possible, numerically possible for them to get in here. So they've obviously got to start out with winning this match here. They lost game 1, but are looking to come back here now in a very commanding position now in game number 2. Obviously a long way to go from here to actually end this one here as Mouse 60 goes over the wall, going to find the stretching strike onto 2. Hexmist and Captain Ezekiel. Flash from Captain Ezekiel over the wall. The Redemption going to buy a bit of time now as Hexmist is going to be chased by Revnon. The buying going to miss. Everyone will survive. The Morgana comes in to save her jungler. Hexmist survives. But lane 0 clearly the stronger of the teams right now with the goal lead they have. 10-5 the kill score, which is pretty relatively blood-free game, at least compared to what we usually see, especially last game. Game 1 was quite a lot of kills, but this game been a lot more focused on the team play macro elements as opposed to just running at each other and bashing each other. We've got plenty of that. We hit each other in the face a lot, but not as much as the previous games. Is alive. Look at that siege with an Anivia and a Caitlyn. How do you even walk up to the wave, man? You can't. One side's walled off, one side's got an ultimate, and then Fails just whacking that turret with autos, plus the traps. That siege is absolutely ridiculous. And eventually, Ivy's just going to have to hard engage here. Oh, big headshot on Captain Ezekiel. Ace, not going to be enough. Ace just not quite enough damage to Captain Ezekiel. He also had that barrier. If he didn't have that, he might have gone. Now, Hexmist from the side looking for the engage. That's the engage they need. Keep your eyes on Hexmist. He could look for it. He has the cask available. Going to find Fails here. Flash away from Fails. Going to get out beyond that cask. So it's a good job there. A mid inhibitor has been knocked down. The inner turret in the bot lane going to fall as well. Oh, good flash there from Crippled Wrist. Now dodge on the shockwave here. Suzuki going in onto Alive. Flashes away. The passive build from Mouse 60 and Alive. Let's Bounce. Going to knock up several people here. Nivea goes into her passive. A lot of damage put out from the Jinx in that AoE area. Now to the Death Ray going to come through, but not enough damage to find a kill. Azuki will go down. Yep, that last auto from Fails as the Zac will revive from his Bloblets. Bit of an awkward fight there, but a 1-for-1 trade top for mid. Aatrox still pushing the bot lane, though. Have to keep that in mind here. The turret in the bot lane is relatively healthy here, but he's got a full minion wave here with Baron buff, and lane 0 will resume the siege on the top side. So 2 waves of pressure right now, plus the super minions in the mid lane. Mid lane inhibitor turret goes down here. Fails going to find a bit of damage on the Captain Ezekiel. Another big crit. Binding going to sail wide, and Mouse Dixie Crippled Wrist will keep Dirty Carry safe. Ace no block there by Bobby. Wave going to get cleared out here. Shockwave going to find 2. That's big. Fails with a heal. Going to survive for now. And Bobby, oh, he got bound up. Won't be able to find the kill just yet, and now Crippled Wrist will die. So they only lose 1, but Revnon here, he's going in on this inhibitor. Oh, Murata will do it, so they get the inhibitor in the bot side. That's double inhib. That's big here. Triple inhib, not quite there, but double inhib. Definitely a worth Baron power play for lane 0. They definitely want to go to game number 3 and try and to keep their playoff hopes alive. Which a valiant effort from a team that was kind of given the short end of the stick, like we said, like I've said earlier. So I'd love to see them make playoffs here, but Ivy Gaming aren't going to give it to them for free here. As stun going to be found onto Azuki, face check the brush of Revnon, combining with Alive for the kill. Alive going to get the credit for that one here. He's on 3 items. That Leandri's especially really going to start to hurt. Oh my goodness. A lot of damage right now for lane 0. TP coming in from Alive to go ahead and push in that top wave, it looks like. Aatrox in the back, though. An interesting decision from lane 0 to pressure now. They want to keep the minions pushed into Ivy now. They want to keep that pressure up, whittle down the enemy team. Grievous wounds, I mean, Bobby has them now, but alongside of QSS, but he really needs a bit more damage to really start taking over the game here. Azuki, again, having a rough time in the top side, has not been able to add what is even needed here right now. Captain Ezekiel has completed that death cap. The shockwaves can be very crucial, and in fact, almost found the kill onto Fails last time around. But WHR getting cut off by this terrain. That ice wall, WHR has to flash over his own wall in the base. He will survive, though. 5 on 5, still potentially there for Ivy. As WHR walks it in, finds the bind onto Aatrox. And he will survive for now. The ace null going to come through. And it's going to hit WHR, but he will survive. The inhib now the target. As Zach, last slingshot. Going to go in, going to miss. Going to walk back out. Shockwave, though, finds 3-4! That's a huge kill. Already 5v4 right now. Fails on the backside, trying to do a lot of damage, but he's already taken so much from Bobby. Down he goes. There's already 3 dead. I don't know. Lane Zero might have just thrown the game here. Flashing for Bobby. He just barely doesn't hit that as Mal sticks. He flashes out of the way, but that's already 3 kills. The inhib goes down, but that's a big team fight. Unfortunately, Bobby flashed. I don't know if that was really the play, because having flash as an AD carry right now is so important. But they find a big kill, and the Baron spawns just as that fight happens. Again, triple inhib's down. They have to kill this Baron incredibly quickly. But if they do, they potentially do it. But Bobby, now he's caught out. He didn't actually get in the pit with everyone else. Uses the QSS to try and run away a bit faster. He'll get out of that slow, but now Ravnon will go down. Nice job there. TP came in from Azuki, and now Alzexi in the pit. He's in 1v3. Bobby and WHR are solo. Striking Strike pulls them back in the front line. The Aftershock buying time from L60. Heals up from his blobs, but not able to sustain. The Baron now going to be taken. Now Fails and Kerberos have responded. Kerberos is running out. Life Form Disintegration Rate is off cooldown. He could use it here. He could find a couple kills. Life Form Disintegration Rate, not going to find a single one. WHR walks it out. So does Bobby. They all get the Baron power recalls off. Oh, just barely WHR does. They all survive. The base starting to crumble here. The Nexus turret's getting very, very low, but they will survive for now. That right one looking very, very sickly, but it will survive. The mid inhibitor respawns, and all of a sudden, Ivy Gaming, when you just thought it was over, they've come back and now actually have the Baron buff. Again, their base in complete shambles, but I don't know if really you can look at Lane Zero Riptide's position and say they can end anytime soon. With Baron buff, it's at least 3 minutes where they can't end, you'd think. And beyond that, Ivy, after that last fight, look amazing. Captain Ezekiel coming up big once again for Ivy Gaming with a huge shockwave, and Bobby capitalizing on the opportunity with another big Death Rocket combo. But they're not able to quite find the team wipe. Find 3 kills and then a couple more after that in the Baron, but they need to find another big team fight, and maybe even another one after that, because they're so far away from the enemy Nexus at this stage in the game. It's going to take so long for them to work their way back out across the map. We might be going quite a while here. And all it takes is one fight for Ivy Gaming, right? If they lose one fight, they're out. But they have to win several in a row at this stage now to actually take this game. And right now, like, the scaling, it's not in their favor massively. You know, Caitlyn, Anivia scale very well. Zach only gets tankier. The Vel'Koz at some point will eventually just become a mage with 6 items. You know, that'll happen eventually. So this is going to be a tough road to come back, but Ivy Gaming have started off quite nicely here. Azuki definitely needs to be careful. Several people waiting the brush around this bot lane here, hunting for him. But he's just being smart about it. Baron buffing his minions up. He's walking forward now, though. The stun will find him in the brush, but Azuki here. He's got Guardian Angel. Will use the stopwatch as well. Flashes out. The Guardian Angel not going to be popped just yet. He will survive. Well done by Azuki. Stopwatch and flash down, but he survives. And now Zach going to have to flash out. Oh, big body slam. The Shockwave not going to find Crippled Wrist. Does find only the front line here. Mouse 60 able to get out. Good sustain there as well. Now a chase down the bot lane as Lane Zero are trying to get out of here. Caitlyn is on the other side in the river right now. She's putting down some traps here. Got to be careful. She doesn't walk too far forward. The minis are spilling in the top side of the map. The inhib is still down there. Mid and bot lane. Inhibs have respawned, but top lane still has supers pouring in here. It's already onto the base, working on that turret. The eyes are on the fight right now. Mizuki caught again on the off side of the fight here. Completely split here. Going down into the Guardian Angel. He's already used his ultimate. Revnon going to pop his now. Knock up Not quite there. Bobby with the Black Shield staying alive. Now the front line. Now big kill for Fails, but Bobby, he's firing away. No one's on Bobby. He's doing the damage he needs. Big ultimate from Anivia. Got so much damage down, but crippled wrist Fails and live are so low. Bobby getting the resets. Bobby's getting excited. Bobby's going to get one. A second. And now WH Turlin. Oh my goodness. Are they going to kill Mouse Dixie? The Aftershock? Hexmas will do it in the front lane, and Bobby will survive his entire time. He's full health. They get an ace. Only 4. But all 4 remaining here. Only the mid laner dropping Captain Ezekiel. But a massive team fight once again for Ivy Gaming. They're able to clear up this minion wave in the top side. The Nexus turrets at about 2/3 health and maybe 1/3 health. Quite a big fight there for Ivy Gaming. Just massive, really. Again, one fight is it? It's it. If Ivy Gaming lose one fight, the game's over. But they keep winning these fights. It's quite impressive. With their backs up against the wall, they're able to keep coming back. And down, they've won 2 fights in a row. But like I said, it's going to take this one, another one, maybe a few more after that. We don't know quite yet how many it's going to take. The setup before team fights matters greatly as well. If you win a team fight but the mini waves aren't there, you can't end. If you win a team fight but Baron isn't spawned, you don't get much, you know. There's a lot of circumstances outside the team fight as well that matter greatly. So it's going to be important to juggle the minion waves as well as win these fights right now. And LZRIP is still in a commanding position, but well, they have control of the map. They haven't really been able to control these 5v5s, which is what you really need to do at this stage in the game. Because that's how you kind of have to end the game. Now, maybe they could try and make a play on Baron. Use the siege power of the Anivia and Caitlyn once again, but they've got to set up that vision first, and that's what they're doing right now. A minute left on that Baron spawn. More wards being put down, more wards destroyed. Bobby still has not died. 6-0-8 right now. Hopefully I didn't jinx it. Knock on wood that my desk is wood. Not even varnished. My desk isn't even varnished, so it's straight wood on my knuckle right there. And again, more wards being killed. Another one put down. A little bit of a headshot there for the Caitlyn. A passive headshot. So 38 minutes in, 13 to 17 kills. Again, a relatively bloodless game compared to most. And 63.9 thousand to 63.8 thousand. That's the gold right now. It is dead even in gold. Okay, there is nothing separating these teams in that regard. Just the map that's really separating them right now, and who the gold is allocated on. As Poke and exchange, Mouse 60 going in. The Anivia will not be able to find the support. Here as Fail's going to get knocked by Shockwave. Superman Death Rot doesn't find the targets it needs. Captain Ezekiel in the zone. He's in the front line though. He's going to go down. He tried to make the hero play. Couldn't quite get it. Down he goes. Mouse Dixie now knocking up Hexmist with the Let's Bounce. On the other side, Bobby cutting away. Can Bobby do it here? He's got the support from the Organa. Anivia going to wall him out. Hexmist and Mouse Dixie still going at it. They're really also on that side. Not going to be able to find this done onto the Zac. He'll gonna come through. I thought that was gonna be a disaster for Ivy, but they somehow recover after losing their mid laner. That was huge. They lost Captain Ezekiel, which his shockwave so pivotal. It was big. Got the flash out of it. Got fails for a second there, but they wasn't able to quite finish him. And now the blast going to be knocked by Mouse Dixie here. Big steal could come through, but the Grog isn't there. The smite's gonna come through from Mouse Dixie. No attempt at a steal. Both junglers level 15, but Hexmist didn't have flash up, didn't feel like he could go for it. No cask either. So they'll give up the Baron here and try and defend. They do have a Jinx. They have an Orianna. Pretty good wave clear champions. It's generally good wave clear all around. One of the better comps you can have for Ivy Gaming. In general. Obviously there are a few exceptions, a few things that are better, but for the most part, this is one of the better comps. Now a shockwave. Oh my god, Captain Ezekiel just killed Fails 100 to 0. I didn't see that one coming. A straight pick on the enemy carry. Now Mouse Dixie stunned up in the front line here. Completely away from the rest of the team. He hops over to Crippled Wrist. Now he's got to run away. Flashed in on. Hexmas finds the body slam there. That's 2 picks for Ivy Gaming. Back over the wall they go. The Ocean Drake spawning soon, but Mouse Dixie maybe going to stick around for a steal. Azuki in now. Going to find the stun. Mouse Dixie, he's so tanky at this point. And the Dragon will go over Mouse Dixie now, trying to run away. Last slingshot away. Won't get very far, but Hexmas trying to delay so that his team can get back. Count as Eagles back, it's interrupted. Here comes the ultimate from the Anivia. Not going to quite find the shockwave. Lands once again onto Alive. He's got the passive. Let's bounce, buying a bit of room here. Alive will go into the egg here. Mouse Dixie just trying to buy room for his teammate to revive. Alive will be able to do so. Straight zone is after the revive, and now this 2v2 will end with a death for the Anivia and a hop away from the Zac. In the mid lane, though, Aatrox was able to find the inhibitor. So that was huge. Killing that inhibitor in the mid lane, massive here, as the Baron buff minions will be taken out by Ivy. This game continuously back and forth. And both these teams, man, neither want to give it up here. But playoff seeding, playoff hopes alive for both these sides. But lane 0 now, they're caught out. Aatrox in the front line, taking a lot of damage. By Performance Integration Rate doesn't find the damage you're hoping for. Shockwave now on a Mouse Dixie, gets pulled back into the passive. He will go. Bobby's firing away once again. Bobby's doing the damage here. He's full health. Oh my goodness, another big Shockwave down to Ezekiel. And Ivy win another team fight. They lose their jungler, but it's a 2-for-1. And they're able to push off the back of this. Baron buff, not going to be enough to stop this push here. In the side lane here, you've got Irelia as well. And you can see here at the bottom right of your screen on the map, as Ivy Gaming are pushing into this inner turret here. Ivy Gaming don't have any minions, but they're going to take the tower down nonetheless. Suzuki now, he's got Guardian Angel back. He's in a 1v2. 1v3, fails will knock him into the passive here. He's going to get certainly killed right out of it. But the Guardian Angel passive, I should say. 1,000 gold shutdown there for that Caitlyn. In the mid lane, the minions will file in and be taken out here. So Inhib down in the mid lane, Inhib turret down in the top lane. Those are the new additions on the map after the last 10 minutes we've had. So 43 minutes in, 16-21. And the gold, again, only 300 now is separating these guys. I mean, 43 minutes in and your gold difference is only 300. That's kind of a crazy situation to be in. You just don't see that every day here. Ace in the hole going to be channeled, blocked by Turtle. Ocean Drake, I mean, it doesn't really matter if you use Ace in the hole. Ocean Drake's going to heal it up in like 15-20 seconds, I think. Now Dixie may be looking for an engage here. Inhib's all exposed right now for Ivy Gaming. And he lane. In fact, the Inhib's down in mid lane, but they've got 2 exposed ones in the bot and top lanes. But they've come back from 3 Inhibs down, man. They lost all 3 Inhibs and they've come back from it. And now this game is anyone's. I don't know if the next team fight will be the last one, but certainly either team can win from this position, believably. More poke being exchanged, but again, with this Ocean Soul, it really just doesn't add up to anything. It's got to be a definitive engage if Lane 0 actually want to kill someone. As wards continue being exchanged, this Ocean Dragon definitely makes face checking certain parts of the map much more difficult. Shockwave gonna find 2, it's fine, fails, and his support. Already they're down a huge start. Already Alive is trying to run away, but I don't think he's gonna get much of anywhere. He goes down, and that might just be it. Aatrox trying to proxy here. He's gonna look for Inhib. There's no wards to TP into the base, but they're just gonna push through mid lane. Ivy Gaming might have just done it. Azuki goes back to stop Revnon here. He will be able to find the stun, but this 1v1 is crucial. Azuki going in on a Revnon will dodge it on the knockup so far. Flash away from Revnon. I think that Ivy Gang might have done it. They're on the mid lane. They've got another couple seconds, 30, 40 seconds on the mid and AD carry. Support's on 20. And this might be it. Yeah, Ivy Gaming, they're flashing in. They're going to take it. Mouse60 hopping in with the last slingshot. Finds a few knockups left. Bounce going to buy a bit more time. But the X-Turret already dead at the Nexus. Soon to follow. That's it. Ivy Gaming win the series 2-0 with a massive comeback. 3 inhibs down. Three inhibitors down. They lost a Baron buff as well. And they end up coming back to win it. Ivy Gaming win the series 2-0. In a game I don't think anyone thought they would come back from. And I believe that stops any hope of Lane Zero actually making, Lane Zero Riptide that is, making it into playoffs now. I believe that there is no numerical way that they can get in. But a valiant effort from them, and again, probably deserve to get in. Unfortunately, the way they entered the league because they inherited someone's schedule and their record, unfortunately, won't be able to get in there. But an amazing ending to a series. Again, another big shockwave that time around from Captain Ezekiel. The mid laner for Ivy Gang Black was crucial throughout both games of the series. The shockwaves decided many team fights, and Bobby followed up with that death rocket once again. And 2-0, man. It was not a 2-0 series, though. Definitely felt much closer than that. Lane Zero Riptide had the win in their fingertips, but couldn't quite finish it. But we'll take a short break. We'll see if Lane Zero Riptide or Ivy Gaming Black want to do want to say anything on stream. We'll check it out with them. So we'll take a short break. We'll be back in a couple seconds. All right, we're back here. Ivy Gaming, they all left the Discord, and then I showed up, and they instantly returned. So they're pretty excited, and I guess turn the floor over to them. What do you guys have to say?
I guess like starting out, I don't know. That was a really fun game to like watch. We had a game plan going in. We just, I don't know, we executed, dude. It felt good.
It wasn't very much fun to play.
Aftershock Greg is really fun.
Yeah, Aftershock Gragas, no Predator that time around. You still went Runa Geckos, but tank after that. Is that your personal preference, or is that what people?
No, that's we had like no tank.
That was coach's decision.
That was coach's decision.
Yeah, baby.
My personal opinion is you just play Aftershock on every champion, but
Disagree.
You can't run Conqueror if you're doing that.
that's true.
Wait, I've actually been thinking about it. Conquer at least sounds so broken.
This is why we don't bring these up. Why'd you have to bring it up? Now he's gonna try and run Omni Stone at least or some garbage.
Omni Stone's garbage. Don't play Omni Stone. It's terrible.
Hey, I'm an Omni Stone main, okay?
I would like to say, don't smile again, text miss.
Heck.
Overall, it was a good game. Like the game one, that wasn't even really kind of, took it to them. Game two, they almost had it, but real ADCs, big time players make big time plays, so.
At Akuma Twix.
Bobby, I'm gonna be honest here. It kind of just seemed like you were just following up on Captain Ezekiel.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, no, I'm not gonna discredit. Like, he was making some insane plays, but let's be honest.
Dude, we know how ADC players are. They just show up, they want all the fame, they want all the glory. Forget about
Right,
the
you know
mid
how hard it is
laners,
to right
dude.
click? Shut up, dude.
I mean, the games were really fun. We were obviously wondering why they didn't ban Orianna. It's not like I'm a god Orianna, but that is my best champion. And it opened it up, like game 1 it opened up for the Jarvan Ori comp, and then game 2 there was no reason not. We debated this or Rise, but I mean, after my performance game 1 we were like, just do it again. That's exactly what we did.
Again for it.
3 inhibs down 2 as well. You guys came back. What was the?
I want to credit Lane 0 Riptide too. They played really well and they made it fun. So GG's to them.
Yeah, unfortunately they're gonna get knocked out because they inherited that bad record, but definitely a valiant effort on the back end of that season to even like come close to making playoffs.
They were insane, I guess.
Yeah, so you guys came back when 3 inhibs down. Biggest reason for that, because every time I see 3 inhibs down, it's just like, all right, game's over. We're gonna have to wait another 5 minutes, but whatever, the game's over, you know. What was the reason you guys came back that time around? Obviously, you had a bit more wave clear, but is there anything that you guys did differently than most teams do in that position?
Big time players make big time plays.
From the inting Irelia.
Yeah, big time players make big time plays.
That's basically what he means by that. Like, we had Aurelia never really got shut down entirely, so he just got to keep farming. He hit 400 CS. So once we hit the point, once we hit the point where Aurelia was just as strong as the Aatrox, it didn't matter anymore because all we had to rely on was that I got either desnow or that Jinx got a reset, and that happened in like the last 3 fights. Those were met, and we just get to win because Aurelia doesn't get one shot anymore, and the Aatrox can't just 1v5. They let us farm for too long. I think was the biggest problem. They didn't like. They had the ability to force with the Aatrox being as big as he was, but they just didn't.
I think looking at it like as a spectator, they like got into such a big lead and they had Zap, and if they would have just forced with the Zap, like even going under turret, I mean he was so big so early that like there was just nothing we would have really been able to do about it. It just felt like they were so hesitant to go for it. And then like once I got the 6 items, I mean like Jinx Orianna is just disgusting, bro.
Yeah, a lot of damage. You can't really stand in there, otherwise you're just gonna get torn apart. Anything else you guys wanna say before we leave? Obviously, we're gonna see you guys in playoffs, right? So, not your last hurrah, but
Question is that confirmed? I just didn't know with New Age being right there also with like 4 or 5 wins.
so I believe you guys are in. You're definitely in. I just don't know the seeding yet. I believe you guys are in though. I don't think there's any reason you'd be knocked out. But anyway, anything else you guys want to say tonight before we go off?
The mid laner's name is ironic.
I think that, like, just stay tuned. I mean, just, come in the playoff spots. We're coming for heads.
Oh,
Our record is technically 5-4, so like,
It's in the
that's
trash
not.
talk channel.
I will say one thing. GG's to everybody, and whichever one of y'all salty ass bitches came into my chat and called me a terrorist, that wasn't very nice. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
you
he's
suck.
gonna cry himself to sleep.
No, they
I'm sorry,
called you a
I'm sorry, you
terrorist
got
looking
OT.
ass. They didn't call you a terrorist. Give them some credit.
Anyway.
All right. Well, with that, ending on a positive note, we will see you guys hopefully in playoffs in a little bit. But thanks for a great series here. Good game to you guys, Ivy Gaming Black, Lane 0 Riptide. Good effort from them as well. And hopefully, we'll get to see you guys coming soon. So good job and have a good night.
Two.
See you, man.
Have a
Good
nice night.
casting.
All right. Hold on one sec. I'm going to go check out Lane 0 Riptide, see if they want to say anything. All right, so that'll do it tonight. Lane Zero Riptide unfortunately fall and get knocked out, but they played quite a few good games before they were knocked out there. But hey, unlucky. Ivy Gaming Black gonna win it 2-0, and only one Lane Zero team now left alive. So hopefully they'll be able to come out in the playoffs and do the league proud here. But Ivy Gaming Black 2-0, they're gonna definitely be in playoffs to my knowledge. I don't think there's any way they can get knocked out. So big win for them. And I believe, as of right now, we have a game tomorrow at 8 o'clock on Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know if that will change. Obviously, tonight was supposed to be 10, but it got changed. But stay tuned on the Discord. It'll be there. The announcements are always there. You can find the Discord below the stream. If you want to find me, I'm not Kios. That's my name. You can find me on Twitch and YouTube. You can find I am not COEUS. I'm actually I'm actually streaming a bit more now. And I don't know if you guys like Pokemon, but I was doing a challenge run to go through Pokemon Diamond without using any attacking moves at all, just for fun. I said I thought I'd stream it. So if you want to see that, you can go ahead and head over to my channel on Twitch, and you can see that there. But thanks again for watching. Thanks to Sugar Free League, Ivy Gaming Black, Lane Zero Riptide. Well played, good game. And game tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stay tuned on the Discord in case that changes. But that's all for me now. Have a good night, everyone. And again, thanks for watching.